Well, I think that I felt, first of all, as an obligation, as something that should have been my great honor, representing my nation at the 75th year after the horrible events that happened during the Second World War and before it. I felt that it's a duty of an Armenian, and the duty that I took also from my great nation as well, and my grandfather and grandmother, who all four of them were survivors of the Armenian genocide. We all come together with a clear message to the world that this cannot be repeated again. There is no way that the sufferings of those who were at the Holocaust, their memory and the remembrance will be forgotten. I think that will be the end of the world.
I would like to ask you, Mr. President,
yes.
How do you feel about the fact that the Israeli government does not recognize the genocide which was inflicted upon your nation, upon the Armenian people? What is your feelings about it?
I don't want to look at the reasons why the Parliament of Israel has not recognized it, but I know a lot of politicians from Israel that have and are supporting this idea.
Like the Speaker of the Knesset, of the Israeli Knesset.
I have seen his remarks, and not only now, but not only recently, but during several years. I don't see a reason why Israeli parliament will not recognize Armenian genocide. There's one simple thing. If the reason is the current political interests or current political relations or future political or maybe economic interest, then I'm very sad, because the lessons of Holocaust and genocide are teaching us. So there is nothing that you can compromise, be that financial interest, be that political interest, be that power, that you can compromise in allowing things like that happen.
I see you are smiling, but I assume that you are very disappointed.
Well, you know, I'm one of those politicians that never loses optimism. And I'm looking forward, deepening relations between Israel and Armenia. There is so much that we can share. We are both small states, but big nations that have a lot of huge culture. And I think you don't need a proof for that. You just come to Jerusalem, to Armenian Quarter in the old city, and that's it. History of humanity, especially history of 20th century, has so much pessimistic events like Armenian genocide and the Holocaust. So I think enough is enough. So we should be more optimistic.
I see.
And we should work together. And I am waiting optimistically the day when that not only all of my Jewish friends, but also the Jewish government will recognize it.
I thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you, and have a nice day in our country. And I hope that recognition will come soon.
Well, I hope, because at the end of the day, recognition is just a step, and a step to the future, with denying the worst things that happened to humanity in the past.